Hey guys, Robert here from the College Investor. I am excited to start diving into tax software. Can you believe it is already that time of the year when we need to start thinking about filing our taxes? And I really enjoy taxes. If you guys know my story, I started filing my taxes and helping my dad do it when I was about 13. I like the numbers. I don't like paying taxes, but I think it's fun to understand how this whole process works. I have always been a believer that you should be able to do taxes yourself. For I would say the vast majority of filers, 90%, your situation really isn't that complex, and you could easily do it yourself online and save yourself a lot of money by doing it yourself. And so one of the big things, though, is there's a lot of choices out there when it comes to doing your taxes. And we're going to dive in and look at all of them this year. But we're going to start with one of my personal favorite ones, and that is TaxAct. So TaxAct is awesome because it is one of the best tools for the price you get. They were way better than they used to be. If you tried them out a couple years ago, you might remember their platform was a little janky, and it's gotten a lot better this year. And so we're going to dive in. I'm actually going to do like a mock return. I have put together a mock return. We're going to run through it. I'm going to show you exactly what their platform looks like. We're going to talk about why I like it. And we're going to just go through this whole thing. And so you can kind of see what their platform looks like and see if TaxAct is for you. So, let's just dive in here, guys. So here's the TaxAct homepage. The one thing I want to call out this year, which is different than past years, is this price lock guarantee. So one thing that all online tax companies are notorious for is changing their prices. It's online. It's easy for them to do. They can advertise one price, and then you never pay until you file. And so by the time you file, come April 15th, if you don't file early, you could end up paying a lot more for your tax filings than what you thought you were going to. Well, TaxAct is looking to change that this year, and they have this price lock guarantee that you pay the price listed at the time you create your return, no matter when you file. So if you do it right now, you get the prices that you see today, even if you wait all the way until April 15th. And actually, you have until April 18th this year to file your return. So let's dive in. Let's go to my account here. I already created an account so that you guys can see it. We'll just start it and we'll see what happens here. So let's dive right in. So welcome to TaxAct. Let's get started. I'm going to do a new tax user. I'm going to skip import. What's my first name? What did I say myself? John Smith? Smith. I'm going to give myself a cool social. Date of birth. When should I be born? Let's do 4th of July. Or 4th of July. Let's do New Year's. We're be a New Year's baby. Occupation. I am a small business owner. All right. Personal info. Spouse. Am I going to be married in this one? I am not going to be married. I'm just going to roll with a single return here. Keep it easy. My address, 25555. I wonder if I can input it. No, can't. 25555 San Diego Avenue, San Diego, California, 92110, 619 555. We can do like the movie here. We should do 5, 6, 7, 9, 305. I don't know if that's even the right one. Cool. I don't know if you caught that reference. State of California. Yeah, I was our state of residence. I was a California resident. Dependents. You know what? I'm going to say I have a child. I'm going to say I have one child, and his name is Sam Smith, and his social is 555-555-5556. Oh, that's crazy right there. I had to make him a Halloween baby. 2015. Just born this year. What do you know? Son. Is his name. And there we go. Boom. Received an IRS notice containing an identity protection PIN. This is new. If you haven't seen this before, if you got your notice because someone might have filed a fake return on you and you need to enter a PIN, make sure you check that box. Super important. Selected a dependent. My child lived with me. And the months the child lived with you. Include months where you or your dependent were temporary absent. If your child was born in 2015, enter 12 months. That's important. 12 months. Cool. Um, my filing status, I think it's just going to be um, it's going to be single or head of household. Let's see what it says here. Filing status. I'm so bad at this kind of stuff. So 5 filing statuses for different taxpayers. Your filing status is used to determine your deduction. Once for more than one filing status, choose the one that will result in the lowest tax. Well, that's tax tutor guidance. Let's see what the tax tutor says. Who is qualified to be filing head of household? If the person is your qualifying child and is single, I think I'm just head of household. Let's do it. Oh, I guess I am single. All right, we'll just go with that. You have just completed the background sections. Would you like to correct them? Yeah, let's correct them now. Oh, it doesn't like my social. I'm gonna go with it. Sorry, I appreciate they don't think that's a legit entering social, but we're gonna go with it. All right, health insurance. Affordable Care Act requires that you have health insurance. So make sure that you have your health insurance there. Did everyone in your tax household have qualified health insurance? Yes. You're going to get a tax form that validates this. You don't have to do anything except click yes or no. But the IRS is going to get a copy of that tax form. So if you lie, you're going to be in trouble. Did you or your dependent purchase health care through a government-sponsored marketplace? No, I received it from my employer. But there's the form if you did. Good news, since everyone in your tax household had health insurance, you will not be subject to your tax penalty. That's great. Thank you. Did you make any estimated tax payments? I did not. Save a little time. Let's take care of some science. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Let's click on some life events. What happened this year? We are raising children. I do have children. Did you have any? Yes. Did I pay for dependent care expenses this year? No. There we go. Cool. Continue. All right. Work. I worked this year. I do own a small business. I'm a side hustler. So if you drive for Uber and everything, you need to make sure that you're filing your small business income. So make sure you know that. All right, click through all these. Yes. This is kind of tedious on these. Maximize. I just kind of want to go start entering my info. All right. Well, oh, here we go. Tell us about your life events. I like this screen a little better than those other ones. I guess I just didn't need the guidance. I should probably read that. Tell us more. I guess I should pay dependent care expenses. I have a kid. I've owned a home since 2012. I did attend college. I didn't make any student loan payments. We'll say that. I started a new business. I'm self-employed. I received income from other sources. So we'll go from there. So here we go. Start the federal Q&A. Let's see. Did I receive any wages? Yes, I did receive wages. Thank you for asking. I like the quick entry method. I don't need this. So there's me, John, and my social. Let's make up. So this are always funny numbers. So let's just do 7777. I wonder if that's going to work. Employer's name is Universal Company. And they're going to work at 555 Amazing Ave. And that's going to be in San Diego, California, 92110. Okay. All right, let's enter my wages. So box 1 wages, we'll say 51,350. Remember, you can always round up. You don't need to hit the actual decimal point there. 58.49. I hope all these numbers work because we're really rolling the dice here on these. 68,799. And the Social Security, 42.66. 66. And this is going to be 68.99. And then that's going to be 998. All right. And then 10, 11, 12. We got a box C here. I had some life insurance that looks like I had to pay for, $21. And then I got a box D here. That is my 401k. And so close to maxing that bad boy out. I didn't withhold a few dollars short, right? That's the hard part. And then this is going to be retirement plan. All right. And then state, we got California. And we got to make up another employer ID here. What do we got going on here? 777.5. All right. My state wages, 51,350. And my state income tax is 1513. Perfect. And then disability contributions. Welcome to California. You got to pay for that. What did I have here? 688. Perfect. And then we donated United Way. Yeah, that was $24. All right. I think that should do it. Let's see if it did it all right. Yeah. Universal Company. There we go. Perfect. Let's keep going. Did I have dividend and interest income? Yeah, I did actually. Thank you for asking, computer. Let's see here. What did I have for interest income? I have a savings account. Did I have any investment income? Did I sold your home or property on installment? No. Let's do my interest income. We'll just do a quick entry. And the payer's name is the USAA. I don't know. They're in San Antonio. I should probably know their address. Antonio Drive, San Antonio, Texas. I don't know. We'll do that. What was my interest income? Let's say that I got $259 in interest. Yay for savings accounts right there. Perfect. Close that. Cool. Did I have any dividend income? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did have some dividend income. Thank you very much for asking about that too. All right, let's see here. I had, we'll just do quick entry. And this is going to be Fidelity. Fidelity Investments. And we'll do ordinary dividends. We'll say 2026. And the qualified, they were all qualified, 2026. And we're going to close that bad boy. Boom. Continue. Did I have any foreign investments? No. No foreign trusts. No foreign assets. No, I didn't sell anything. No, I didn't sell my main home. No, I didn't have any capital losses. Did you have income and expenses from a business you owned? Yes, I did. Thank you for asking. I side hustled for Uber. Were you self-employed in your own farming operation? No. Were you self-employed in your own business? Yeah. Uber. I wonder what it's going to say. Taxi. Continue. Transportation. It's going to cut off down here. I'm going to say general. We are going to say taxi and limousine service. I didn't have one. All right, my business name is Robert's Uber Service. And then cash. Did you make any payments? Nope. Cool. Yes, I'd like to enter my income. I made $10,000 driving for Uber. Yes. So Uber is going to send you a thing, and you're going to have to write it, and it's probably going to be under non-employee compensation. So if you made over $650, Uber is going to send that to you. So you better make sure you put that on your tax return. Did you receive any gross receipts on a 1099K? No. Any returns? No returns. Nope. And we'll do our expenses. So the big thing, if you drive, you need to make sure you take care of your miles. Did you have car or light truck expenses? Yes, I did. So I'm going to say that my 2007, I don't know if I can drive with a 2000 TL. Date and service was 0101 2015. It's a car. And how many miles did I drove? I'm going to say I drove 2,500 miles for Uber, and I owned my car. We'll do the standard mileage rate. 0. I paid like $150 for my registration fee. Cool. Was the Acura? Yes. No. Is there another real? No. Did you have? Yes. Yes. Written. It's in the app. You guys can use the app. So there you go. And you can fill out the rest of this if you did all this, but most likely if you were a side hustler, you drove for Uber or whatnot, you're not going to have a lot of this. But really make sure that you use those that track that mileage. You use Everlance or something similar so that you can get your credit for your mileage. Otherwise, if you don't deduct your mileage or your other expenses that you might have had, you don't take your mileage, you could end up paying a lot more in taxes than you need to. And then remember, you can also be contributing to a retirement plan. And then, yes. No. All right. Did you receive it? No. Unemployment compensation? No. Other income? No. What the heck did I put in for my income that I had so much? I thought I put in my income was 20,000. I thought I put in I wanted 10,000 was my gross receipts. How did it double that? Oh, I know why I doubled it, because I got the 1099. We'll put that as 0. Ha! There we go. Now let's go to the summary. Or the income. Sorry, we should stay here. The income. There we go. So I had $10,000. I got to take my mileage, so I actually made $8,400 driving for Uber. Much better. So there you go. You can kind of see my income for 2015. I made about 60 grand. Right now, I owe $1,700 to the Fed and $869 to the state. But let's go through our deductions, and we'll see if we still owe that. Did you participate in a health savings account? Sadly, I did not. Did you make an IRA contribution? Yes, I did. But I made a Roth IRA contribution. So I did my $5,500. Don't get a tax break for that. You do if you have a traditional IRA, though. Did you pay for college? No. Did you pay for moving expenses? No. Itemized deductions? Yeah. Did you pay for mental or dental expenses for your spouse that exceeded $6,100? No, I did not. Yes, so we can see what taxes. Um, I think I have that. Would you like to calculate? No. Real estate taxes, I paid $6,000 on my taxes. Personal property taxes, that's my car. I don't really have any other personal property taxes. Other taxes paid, don't really have any. Do you have any interest to deduct? No. Yes. No, I'm not going to use their free app. It wasn't a vehicle. I gave, what was that, on $24. All right. And anything with your job? No. I didn't have any gambling losses. Other stuff, I don't really have any of that random stuff. We'll just go to the next topic. Let's see here. Tuition and fees. There's my standard deduction. Taxes you paid. I didn't see my mortgage interest on here yet. Maybe it's coming up. Child tax credit. Should get that. Did you pay for dependent care expenses? Yeah. Yes, I did. It was a company. We're going to call it Church. And you just got to put in their information. And then say 2525 Church Street, San Diego, California. Do 2110 619 555 5500. Paid $1,000 for daycare for my kids. Oh, did I miss one? 2. There we go. Cool. Nothing carry forward. No. What the heck? I didn't like something I put in here. I should do that. I don't know why it doesn't like that. No adoption expenses. No residential energy credit. So my child tax credit, I get that. That's great. No, I don't have to repay the children investment income. No. So here we go. I do want to go back and see why I don't have my mortgage interest on here. Where is that interest you paid? It must be this one. Let's see. Did you pay mortgage interest? Yes, I did. There we go. Lender's name. We'll say Wells Fargo. Everyone loves Wells Fargo. 5,000 Wells Fargo Drive, Los Angeles, California, 9291111. 800 9,000 41,000,59. Continue. How much mortgage interest did I pay? $12,000. Click here. There we go. Later. That looks a little better. Now with my mortgage interest, I'm getting my tax refund. Much better. So here you can see I have my income, my adjustments, my deductions. So my taxable income is this. My tax credits, I paid $5,850, so I get a $1,400 federal refund. I get a $341 state refund. And when you're ready, you just continue, and you can start the state Q&A. For California, do I need a guaranteed accurate state answer? I do want to complete my state return. Full year resident. Continue. I don't have a registered domestic partner. my last name was the same. That's funny. Would you like? Nope. Do I have a single member LLC? No, but if you did, you need to file that. Yes. This should pretty much be the same. It all carries forward unless it it doesn't. You don't even need to worry too much about this. If you have anything random on here, and perfect. We are almost done. Otherwise, click no. No, I don't want to contribute to these random funds. Select the number of accounts you'd like to have your refund deposited into. So you can deposit your refund in here. I'm not going to do that right now. But here we go. We can review it, and then you can see your alerts, which I think is helpful. Still doesn't like my social. You qualify for head of household status. Oh, I did qualify for it. Well, that was nice. So let's change that up. Doesn't like some of this stuff. Well, that gave me a bigger refund when I changed to head of. Missing my ID. It was a tax-exempt provider with no EIN. I don't know what this is. All right, so you can kind of see it goes through all this stuff with you. And it gives you some reports here. It gives you your depreciation summary of your car. We're in 100% if you needed it. Honestly, and then you can go over here to filing. And then you can e-file your return or mail your paper return. You should always e-file your return unless you really have a reason not to. So there we go, guys. That's kind of our preview of TaxAct. And honestly, you can read the full review on the blog. I've been really happy with the improvements that they've made on the platform this year. I think they are one of the best, lowest cost providers there is. As of this video, honestly, if you have a 1040A or a 1040 Easy, you are free to file. The Plus version, which works for most people if you're a homeowner or investor, or basically you don't have a business, it's $15 for your federal and it's $25 for your state, which is still one of the best deals out there. And then the Premier, so if you're a side hustler or anything, let me see if I can get to it here. It's honestly the best pricing out there. We'll leave here. We'll go over here to TaxAct. And we're going to show you their online products. Here's their pricing right now. $15. Here's $30. The state is additional. It's a $25 additional for each one. Lucky you guys if you live in a state where you don't have to file a tax return. But honestly, guys, this is probably the best product at the best price of any of the online options out there. It doesn't have the most easy to use interface, and it doesn't give you all the information. You guys saw that in my review. I had to go back and forth a little bit and try to figure some things out because I missed it or I didn't call it out. But honestly, guys, you can't beat the price. And that's the hardest thing. When it comes to any of the other options out there, there are some better interfaces. We really love TurboTax's interface, and you can watch that video and you can see why. And they make it really easy to apply. But they're so much more expensive. And if you just want to go slow and read everything and you can do a little bit more yourself, like TaxAct is the best solution. Honestly, if you qualify for free filing, there is no better solution out there than TaxAct. The only time is it's a little more cumbersome if you have those complicated situations. Kind of what you saw with the depreciation and the small business stuff. It's a little more complicated. But honestly, the bottom line that we are putting our verdict on is that TaxAct is the best option for those who qualify for free filing or those without complicated tax situations. You just can't beat the price for what you get. So it doesn't hurt to try it, guys. So you can start your taxes for free and you can lock in this pricing that you see right here. And if you change your mind, you never pay until you actually file. So, like I said, it never hurts. Jump in, try it. You saw me making my mock return. So I highly suggest that you check it out for yourself as well. All right, guys, this has been Robert from The College Investor. I hope you liked that review. I hope you got a better sense of what TaxAct looks like, how it works, and hopefully you see why we liked it. If you don't know what you want to do, compare. We got some videos up. They're coming for all the other major providers as well. We got TurboTax coming tomorrow. We're going to be doing H&R Blocks. We got eSmart Tax. We got Free Tax USA. All these, we're reviewing them all. We've dove into the platforms. We show you what's up. Watch our videos before you buy so that you can feel the best you can about what tax software you're getting. All right, guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you thought this was valuable, and check back next week. Thanks, guys.